Yesterday, the President had invited the leaders of political parties for a discussion on the implementation of the 13th Amendment. When he said 13th Amendment, he made it very clear, 13th Amendment minus the police powers. Now, 13th Amendment is a statute that is part of the Constitution that must be implemented in full. There is no question of reducing police powers or taking police powers away. So we objected to that exercise. Nevertheless, we participated in the discussion, and during the course of the discussion, there were many who said this doesn't seem to be a genuine discussion, because you are talking about power sharing arrangements by the provincial councils, but all the provincial councils are defunct now for several years. So there must be elections held for provincial councils if this is to be meaningful. I also supported that view. In fact, I have already presented a private member's bill in order to have the elections held. But when I did that, the President accused us of saying one thing one time and another thing another time. What he meant was, he told us, you are asking for power sharing, now you are asking for elections. You better decide what you want. You can ask one or the other. Now this was wholly illogical position that the President was taking. We couldn't understand what he was saying, because elections are held so that the political power that is devolved in that institution, the provincial council, can be animated by the people who are elected. So when that was pointed out, he repeatedly rejected that. Former Chief Minister of the Northern Province, Mr. Vigneswaran, supported him and said, we don't need any elections now. We can talk about power sharing. I had to refute him. I had to put it on record that the Tamil National Alliance, with 10 members of Parliament and 3 political parties in it, with the support of the 3 political parties leaders, I said we don't agree with Mr. Vigneswaran. Power sharing means it must be in the hands of the people. For the power to be in the hands of the people, people must elect their due representatives, and the sharing of power, the powers that we are discussing, must devolve on those who are elected to office. Therefore, we rejected that scheme and insisted that election also must be held. The moment we insisted that election must also be held, the President abruptly stopped the meeting. He said, we'll close the meeting, and he got up and went away. So that is how the meeting ended yesterday. There was a lot of discussion with regard to power sharing. Many who spoke in favor of that. There were a few who spoke against it. But there was no end to it. There was no decision taken, because the President was annoyed that people were asking for elections. And so he got up and went away abruptly.